Now, this is an interesting question. I've gotten surprisingly a lot, and I'm curious, for my drivers out there, what do you think? And that is being an Uber driver and a Lyft driver hard? Is it difficult? Now, I feel like this is a pretty common question when it comes to a lot of professions and jobs. People want to know, is it hard or is it easy? Which one is it? And my honest answer is not really. It's not like a flat out no in terms of, hey, Lyft and Uber's a piece of cake, but it's also not a complete yes. I feel like it's for the most part, not really, because on one end, all you're really doing is driving, right? There's something about Lyft and Uber, and I don't know what it is, the hours fly by. Like, you will never do, honestly, like, I've done a bunch of professions throughout my lifetime. I've been an accountant. I also used to do real estate. I worked for Microsoft doing sales. I've done, I'm a DJ and electronic music producer now, and I'm a YouTuber. I don't know what it is, but I can't think of almost any other profession where the hours fly by that fast. It blew my mind the first time I started driving. I would drive for 3 hours, and it would go by in a blink of an eye. I'd be like, wow, I just drove for 3 hours, and that's it. However, for whatever reason, as quick as the time goes by, and as fast as it goes by, it's also super exhausting. And I don't know what it is about it, but there's something about it that after I drive for Lyft and Uber, I am drained. I am like super, super dead. But overall, though, the work really is easy. If you think about it, you drive to somebody's house. All of us probably know this. Whether you drive for Lyft and Uber or not, you drive to somebody's house, you pick them up, they get in your car, you drop them off. It's that simple. I think similar to almost any other customer service industry, well, I guess it depends on the industry, but for the most part, the hardest part really comes into play when there's a tricky situation that 90% of the time, I feel like it's pretty easy, but let's say if you get a difficult passenger, let's say you have a lot of complicated drop-offs, if you have to deal with a bunch of drunk people that are being obnoxious, airport pickups and drop-offs are also kind of annoying. That whole element to it, which again, I find is like about 10, maybe 20% of the time, that can be very difficult, especially, as you can imagine, anything related to the airport. But overall, I feel like when it comes to a lot of other jobs I've done, in the bigger picture, I've done a lot of different things, I feel like it's pretty easy because a lot of it is you just sitting down, driving. It's not like you have to be, obviously you have to be focused on the road, and obviously driving well is super important, of course. But I feel like compared to, like, say, when I used to be an accountant, all the technical stuff I had to do nonstop and whatnot, it is a pretty easy job. And I think this is why for a lot of people, they're like, hey, you know what? Why not drive for Lyft and Uber on the side? You don't need a special degree. You don't need a special certificate. Of course, you need to have your driver's license and have like a vehicle that's good enough to drive. But most people have those things anyway. And so I think that makes Lyft and Uber a great option. Overall, it is pretty easy. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes you do have some difficulties with the airport or difficult passengers, but I find those are very far and few between.